Chopra prefers commuting in app-based cabs so that she can read or catch up on work. She calls one from an all-electric cab service so that her ride does not add to the fumes from the millions of vehicles that clog one of the world's most polluted cities.
Any kind of step is a good step, be it planting a tree or taking electric cab, and rather not using my private vehicle, which is a petrol, and using electric cab. Yeah, I do think that I am actually contributing towards better Delhi.
The startup Blue Smart Mobility launched its service this year as tax incentives lower e-vehicle costs and make them viable. The government has also promised subsidies for charging stations and batteries.
In the long run, if you do the math, it checks out. The returns on electric mobility is about 3 years. Much better for the environment. At the same time, it's much more efficient, to run and operate electric car. So it's much cheaper to run this service.
Optimistic that electric cars are the future, Blue Cabs plans to have 1,500 taxis by the year end.
They want to shift to cleaner mobility, healthy food options, likewise healthy travel.
Some customers hope it will nudge private transport in the same direction.
When a lot of cabs are there which are viable, then the private car owner customer will also start to purchase it.
Cabs are not the only electric vehicles to make a debut, as India pushes to increase their numbers to meet two goals: tackle the deadly smog that shrouds its cities and reduce expensive oil imports. More than 1 million electric rickshaws have mushroomed in towns and cities, the largest number in the world. The inexpensive cost per ride has made them hugely popular with poor and middle-income commuters and led to brisk demand for manufacturers of these vehicles.
Because of large population and large requirements of last mile connectivity, e-rickshaws are very, very suitable for that kind of usage. And that is why you see a geometric progression in growth.
And the affordable $2,000 price tag provides an option for those seeking a livelihood in the city.
I was a graduate but did not get a job, so I bought this e-rickshaw. It helps me run my household expenses.
Some rides are noisy but cheap, others more pricey and comfortable. But for a city whose dense traffic contributes to toxic smog, it is a ride in the right direction. Anjana Pasricha for VOA News, New Delhi.
Another day in this junkyard means another opportunity for 30-year-old Awodu Suleiman to make ends meet. He's been here for 6 years, each day scouring through this heap of waste for recyclables. When he's done sorting plastic or aluminum, Suleiman cuts them away for processing.
This work is money for me, and that is why I'm doing it with passion. From this job I got married to my wife, and it sustains us. Life has been easy with me.
The local recyclers here buy the trash for a token and convert them into reusable products, mostly pots, local burners and cookwares, and then resell them. 55-year-old Mahmoud Ahmed said he's been recycling aluminum for more than 25 years.
I started this work in Lagos before I came to this place. From what I get from the sales of my pots, I'm able to pay school fees for my 7 children.
For many local recyclers like Ahmed, the venture is nothing more than a means of daily survival. But experts say local recycling is much more than that. Nigeria is one of the biggest contributors of solid waste in Africa, with an estimated 32 million metric tons of solid waste per year.
Almost any country in the world has problems with waste management, so Nigeria is not a particularly peculiar case. So the thing is, the fundamental problem we have is because of the logistics that's in the sector. Waste management is pretty expensive.
In 2009, the government awarded contracts for the procurement and installation of recyclers across 26 cities in Nigeria, including the capital. Yet, there are those with loftier goals.
There's also the concept of zero waste. As individuals, we can plan to leave a life with less waste. And for example, now plastic is actually a major problem globally right now. So there are concepts where you can go plastic free. You can use alternatives.
Solid waste management is the most pressing environmental challenge faced by urban and rural areas of Nigeria. Nigeria's population is estimated to double by 2050, and this could mean more solid waste hanging around. Unless an improvement is seen, local recyclers can only go so far in meeting the country's recycling needs. Timothy Obiezu for VOA News, Abuja.